I'm back. I'm so sorry. But I have a few more things to say, if that's okay. Yeah, my movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes, and so my speech is only an hour. This is an honor. Thank you to the HCA again. When I got the call for this project, it was during the lockdown, and our whole world was in a sort of a freeze frame of fear. So as we gathered our cast and our crew, we knew we weren't simply making another movie this time. We sought out to capture a mood, an emotional bookmark at what it feels like to be in a time where the truth has been revealed. The storyteller unmasked, and the future so unsure, looking for where to go, what path to take, with our dreams and fairy tales spoiled, and the reveal that the yellow brick road may not be so simple, that maybe it's not made for us, and maybe even it was never meant for us. And there was no wizard waiting to give us our heart's desire on the other side. The original Wicked story tackled anti-Semitism, feeling othered, friendship, among many other things, and Elphaba represented what it meant to feel oppressed. Silent, different. It's what millions have connected with, myself included, but when you have Cynthia Erivo singing those words, when you have Cynthia Erivo singing those words that we've heard a million times, all the meaning changes. We were allowed to go in and reinterpret this character from the inside out. And boy, did she. For a woman of color being judged for the color of her skin, with the powers of the universe inside, ready to shake some shit up and rise higher than ever before with a cape more glorious than any king. This was never just a musical adaptation of a Broadway show. This was a coup. And the same goes to Ariana Grande, to relook at what it means to have privilege, to be an ally, and the enormously complicated decision to act on what can often be performative, all wrapped up in a delicious charm and whip-smart comedy. It's nothing less than genius in my book, and we'll get more into that in part 2. To prove that love and compassion require uncomfortable truths. They require courage to feel the sadness and anger in order to truly feel empathy for another person's journey, and that we should get used to that messy feeling if we are going to get through this next chapter in our own history outside of Oz. The main question our movie poses is, are people born wicked, or is wickedness thrust upon us? Truth is, maybe there's a third answer. Both answers actually are passive. Neither put any responsibility in our own hands. And yes, every day we are both potentially good and wicked, and every day we make little choices to decide who we are. Wickedness can happen to all of us, little by little, if we let it. Accepting cruelty, ignoring calls for help, staying in our bubbles is a choice. So it can happen very slowly, almost imperceptibly, which is the real villain in our story. So to feel the love of the audience, of the critics, of the fans, and non-fans of musicals, and fans of musicals, I've never felt that love before. So thank you to everyone out there who shared how this movie has touched and affected you. The true brains of this are Mark Platt, David Stone, our producers, Stephen Schwartz, and Winnie Holtzman, the amazing creators, Prophetic, Joe Mantella, Wayne, the true hearts, Idina and Kristen, of course, all the original creators. Thank you for trusting us with your baby and showing us the way. Our studio, Universal, Donna and Peter, for believing in the power of movies, to take a moonshot with us, doing what no musical has done before. And our people, our choreographer, Chris Scott, who's here, right over there. If you've seen those dances on TikTok, that's his fault. Cinematographer Alice Brooks, who I've worked with for 20 years, is amazing. Editor Mayan Kirstein, our music department, our VFX department, our production designer Nathan Crowley, Paul Taswell, our costume designer, come on, Francis Hannon, our hair and makeup, and many, many thousands of builders, 3D print artists, painters, construction plasterers, miniature artists, dancers, accountants, everybody, orchestra players, and everything in between. This was a massive endeavor, the hardest thing we've ever done in our life, and something that no computer could have ever conjured up on its own. And I don't just say about this about our movie, I say this about all of our movies here today. This may be one of the last awards that we have this year without a computer involved in these things, which is scary. But I promise you that the little human touches, the errors, the scratches, the flares, the things that we put in, the things that happen on the day that you couldn't think of in your bedroom, you couldn't program in your committee meeting room, those are the things that make cinema. And so, yes. So I take this as a celebration of that work, of human beings creating things together. Thank you very much. Love you. Appreciate it. Thank you.